Throughout history, few discoveries have had as profound an impact on humanity as penicillin. Dubbed the wonder drug, penicillin not only revolutionized medicine, but also triggered a cascade of economic and social transformations that still echo today. From saving millions of lives to reshaping global industries, the story of penicillin is a testament to how a single innovation can alter the course of history. But what many don't realize is that this medical breakthrough came with profound economic consequences and lessons that resonate in today's world of biotech and pharmaceuticals. The story begins in 1928, when Alexander Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist, returned from a holiday to find something unusual in his petri dishes. A mold, later identified as Penicillium notatum, had killed the surrounding bacteria. This chance observation would lead to the development of penicillin, the world's first antibiotic. But Fleming's discovery was only the beginning. It took more than a decade of research, collaboration, and investment to turn penicillin into a usable drug. One of the most surprising aspects of penicillin's journey was how close it came to being overlooked entirely. Fleming himself lacked the resources to advance his findings. It wasn't until the late 1930s when researchers Howard Florey, Ernst Boris Chain, and Norman Heatley at the University of Oxford revisited Fleming's work that penicillin's true potential was realized. Their efforts, backed by funding from the Rockefeller Foundation, marked the beginning of what would become a global medical and economic phenomenon. The outbreak of World War II provided the urgency and funding needed to mass-produce penicillin. The US and British governments partnered with pharmaceutical companies like Pfizer to scale production. By 1944, penicillin was being manufactured in quantities large enough to treat Allied troops, saving countless lives and significantly boosting morale during the war. The economic implications were staggering. For Pfizer, penicillin production marked the beginning of its transformation from a small chemical company into a pharmaceutical giant. The techniques developed to mass-produce penicillin also laid the groundwork for modern pharmaceutical manufacturing, driving innovation and investment in the sector. But this wasn't just about profits. Penicillin's success demonstrated the power of public and private partnerships in tackling global challenges. Governments and industries worked together to achieve something that would have been impossible for either to accomplish alone, a lesson that continues to inform modern responses to crises like the COVID-19 pandemic. The introduction of penicillin ushered in the antibiotic revolution, transforming medicine and public health. Diseases that had once been death sentences like pneumonia, syphilis, and sepsis could now be treated effectively. This had profound economic implications. Healthier populations meant increased productivity, longer lifespans, and reduced healthcare costs. But the impact wasn't evenly distributed. In wealthy nations, penicillin became widely available, contributing to economic growth and improved living standards. In poorer countries, however, access remained limited, highlighting global disparities in healthcare that persist to this day. These disparities underline the ongoing challenge of ensuring equitable access to medical innovations, a challenge that has direct parallels in today's debates over vaccine distribution and drug pricing. Penicillin also reshaped industries beyond healthcare. The agriculture sector, for example, began using antibiotics to promote livestock growth, boosting food production to meet the demands of a growing global population. While this contributed to economic growth, it also paved the way for issues like antibiotic resistance, a costly and complex problem that continues to challenge governments and industries worldwide. One of the most intriguing aspects of penicillin's story is how it influenced modern debates over drug patents and pricing. Initially, penicillin was seen as a public good, and its discovery was not patented. This decision allowed multiple companies to produce the drug, driving down costs and ensuring widespread access. However, this model proved difficult to sustain as pharmaceutical companies sought to recoup their investments in research and development. Today, the pharmaceutical industry operates on a very different model, with patents granting companies exclusive rights to sell new drugs. This system incentivizes innovation, but often comes at the expense of affordability. The debate over how to balance these competing priorities, innovation and accessibility, can trace its roots back to the era of penicillin. Consider the modern biotech industry, where breakthrough drugs can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars per treatment. While these drugs often represent significant advances, their high prices have sparked debates over fairness, ethics, and the role of government in regulating drug costs. The lessons of penicillin remind us that innovation alone is not enough. How we distribute and price life-saving treatments is just as important. The story of penicillin also offers insights into the economic dynamics of today's biotech industry. Much like the researchers who struggle to develop penicillin, modern biotech startups often rely on venture capital and government grants to fund their work. The risks are high, but the potential rewards, both financial and societal, are enormous. Take the development of mRNA vaccines, for example. These groundbreaking technologies, which played a pivotal role in the fight against COVID-19, were made possible by decades of publicly funded research. The collaboration between governments, academia, and industry mirrors the partnerships that brought penicillin to the world, demonstrating the enduring relevance of this model. However, the rise of antibiotic resistance presents a stark reminder of the challenges that come with medical innovation. Overuse and misuse of antibiotics have led to the emergence of drug-resistant superbugs, threatening to undo decades of progress. Addressing this issue will require global cooperation, investment in new treatments, and a commitment to sustainable practices, lessons we can draw directly from the history of penicillin. So, why should we care about penicillin's story in today's world? Because it highlights the interplay between innovation, economics, and ethics. From the challenges of funding groundbreaking research to the complexities of ensuring equitable access, the lessons of penicillin are as relevant now as they were nearly a century ago. As we grapple with modern health crises, from pandemics to antibiotic resistance, the story of penicillin reminds us that the choices we make today will shape the future of medicine, economics, and society. Will we prioritize short-term profits or long-term sustainability? Will we invest in innovation while ensuring access for all? These are the questions that will define the next chapter in the history of medical and economic progress. The discovery of penicillin is more than just a medical milestone. It's a case study in how innovation can transform economies, societies, and lives. Its story offers invaluable lessons for navigating the challenges and opportunities of today's biotech landscape. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, let's remember the lessons of penicillin, a discovery that saved millions, reshaped industries, and forever changed the world. So, what do you think? Could the economic and ethical dilemmas surrounding penicillin's discovery still teach us valuable lessons about balancing profit and progress today? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more captivating stories of wealth, power, and the lessons they hold for us today.